Some examples are Vedana, Calibri, or Tahoma. They are readable and they also are not overused like Times New Roman. Hi everyone, I'm Thea from theaho.co, helping international students and skilled migrants get full-time jobs, PR, and live here indefinitely. Now, one tip I want to give you immediately is that the format of your resume is not as important as the content of it. So don't invest too much time in your format. You just need a format that makes it easy to read and directs the hiring manager to read where you want them to read. Sounds good? In today's video, I will give you some tips to format your resume quickly and catch more job opportunities. When writing a resume, you should use sans serif fonts that make it easier for hiring managers to skim, because hiring managers don't read, but they only skim your resume in 6 seconds. A sans serif font is a font that doesn't have the extending features at the end of strokes. So in the photo here, you see the first one is a sans serif font. It doesn't have the extending features that makes it easier to read. Some examples are Vedana, Calibri, or Tahoma. They are readable and they also are not overused like Times New Roman. You also don't need to choose a fancy or rare font. An easy to read one is good enough. You should focus more on your content and not the format of your resume. The font size should be from 10 to 12 depending on the font. For example, for Vedana, I can use the size 10, but I need to increase to 11 with Calibri. So be flexible here. Make sure you don't stuff a lot of text with a small size, and hiring managers need to zoom in to read. They won't do that and they just move on to the next one. If you want to get higher with your resume, I highly recommend you to watch this video right here, 3 resume tips to get higher for international students. I also add the link up here so you can click and watch it after this video, or you can also find the link in the description below this video. Headings are the titles of different sections of your resume, such as profile summary, work experience, or education. You should use uppercase and make your headings bold to make them outstanding from the rest of your resume, and it helps hiring managers easily locate where they want to focus on. You can increase one more size for the headings to make them outstanding enough. For example, if the text font is 10, then the headings could be 11. I also changed the color of the headings to catch attention easier. And be careful with the color option. Don't go with bright colors. Dark blue is my choice. Now, throughout your resume, you should use bold and italic letters to highlight different parts where you want the hiring managers to focus. Yes, we can control where we want them to read on your resume. Cool? For example, I make the key skills and the first few words of my achievements bold so that hiring managers will pay attention to them immediately. And it's exactly where I want them to read. My skills and achievements, not my responsibilities, because it's where I can be outstanding from other candidates. Now, before I move to the next tip, please click subscribe to my channel. This helps you stay updated with all the strategies to get a full-time job, PR, and live here indefinitely. You can use either paragraphs or bullet points for your resume, but my personal choice is bullet points. It separates each point into a new bullet that helps hiring managers get different points that I want to talk about in my profile. For each point, I have only 1 to 2 lines, except when I talk about my achievements with more context. It can go up to 3 lines. This helps to jump between different points very easily and creates enough white space, which is also the next point that I want to talk about. On your resume, it's important to create enough white space. I've seen some job seekers trying to stuff a lot of text on their resumes, and when there's not enough space, they reduce the font size or the line break, etc. And they end up with a resume full of text and no white space. And imagine if you were the hiring manager and you read from 100 to 200 resumes a day. Do you want to read a resume like that? Or what you do is you just move on to the next one? I would move on. So try to create a lot of white space on your resume. Now with text, you should use left alignment. With headings, you can use left alignment or center alignment for your resume. My personal choice is left alignment because people read from left to right. So when it's easier to read, hiring manager will have a better impression of my resume. And I don't use justify text. It all creates weird spaces, so I'll prefer keeping it natural for your eyes. I usually use a narrow margin so that I can maximize the space I have to get the most content out of it. But I also make sure to never go below it so that I still have enough white space for my resume. Before I move to the next tip, please click subscribe to my channel. This helps you stay updated with all the strategies to get a full-time job, PR, and live here indefinitely. Now I want to tell you this immediately. Never use header, footer, tables, boxes, or pictures on your resume. If you haven't heard about the ATS, it's the Applicant Tracking System that scans through your resume and removes you or moves you to the next round with the hiring manager. And the secret is some ATS systems can't read header, footer, tables, boxes, or pictures. Your information will be lost and you may turn out to be not qualified. So promise me you never use them on your resume. Until today, I still see them on some resumes, so I need to repeat this again and again. And before I move to the next tip, I've got something special for you. These are important tips to format your resume fast, and I can make your task even faster with my killer resume template. So go to theaho.co/resume template to download it. It's also in the first comment of this video. All formatting tips are already addressed in this template, so just download it and you're ready to apply for jobs. This is a very simple mistake but with a big impact. Inconsistent format. It means you use 2 different fonts or 2 different font sizes or different formats on your resume. It shows you're not professional or you don't pay attention to detail. And for most jobs, paying attention to detail is an important requirement. That's why when hiring managers see this, they just remove you. Luckily, this mistake is very easy to fix. Check through your resume the second time before sending it to make sure the format is consistent. It's also a good idea if you ask your friend or family to give it a second pair of eyes. If you find this video helpful, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and check out these 2 videos right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.